only doing it to be goofy.
Has he?
Welcome to the castle. You're a faithful or you're a traitor. There comes Alan coming. One of you must go and we'll see you later. You're a traitor.
Good evening, our dear faithfuls, and welcome to Tally the Votes Traitors finale. I'm joined here by a lady of class, a man of great sass, and a Floridian ass. Christy, Brian, David, so good to see you.
Oh, how are ya? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm coming live from Branson, Missouri. You know, the high class honky tonk town of the Midwest.
We are
Second
only
to
the Wisconsin Dells.
We
are such big time. We sent Jamie out into the field to do a live remote from Branson, Missouri.
Yep, you got it. Going through the Dolly Stampede and doing some podcasts.
All right.
Well, you know, I'm devoted to the show. I'm going to podcast to wherever I am, guys.
Good, especially this, because this wrapped up quite a phenomenal season of Traitors. I don't think we've seen such a good season before.
It was a pretty entertaining season. Yes, definitely entertaining. Our traitor did it. He managed to get to the end and win the money. He dodged and weaved and slithered, all entirely with one nipple hanging out 90% of the time, which is impressive enough. But I mean, there's a lot to get to. The first, obviously, most of us called it, right? Mark was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were agreed.
Yeah, we had kind of like talked it through and all decided like, yeah, that's kind of the best way to do it.
Yeah, it was either Mark or Johnny, but I think we all agreed to be Mark.
Which was really funny because the official Traitors podcast that Boston Rob and Bob the Drag Queen do, they absolutely thought that they were going to split up the duo. Here is two people who've played the games, and we called the path to victory better than they did. So I just wanted to like pat ourselves on the back.
We should point out the fact that neither of them have ever won this game.
No, but they supposedly know these games. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, Christy, I'm enticing you to the dark side. I'm enticing you. Christy, come to the dark side.
Diminish that sparkle.
Listen, well, I mean, you guys can do your best. That's fine. I'll probably forget about it. He's just a TV personality. It's fine.
Just a itty bitty one. Just a little gay. Well, okay, so we've got Mark murdered. We find out that Eric has never been number one, and as it stands, still hasn't. Sorry, Eric. And we find out that Maura has been cheated on, which kind of makes her loss a lot more painful to watch.
Didn't it?
It was really, I felt real bad for her.
Yeah. Yes, I did a lot. Johnny and Tara really, really, really tried to see.
And you know what?
They tried to get Maura to see the light, but she just
that's the thing is in the end, they figured it out. Okay. Were they 1000% sure? Well, you can't be unless you were able to play your strategy out, but they just didn't have enough time by the time they figured it out. But I do want to say that the winner is their friendship, and I would like to hang out with them. So if they're watching, like, give us a little ringy dingy or something, because you guys are delightful.
Yeah, you've got gold medals. Now you're going to get a gold star friend.
I could sit around and drink like white wine with them. Let's do it.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that sounds nice. Let's do it. Let's just call them up. But right now, let's just end the podcast and go make friends. Okay. So, but they tried. They tried to get more to understand, like, hey, we're figuring this out. You have to believe us. And oh my God,
that was so awkward too, right?
Like,
that was so awkward.
You could see she wanted to believe them.
Conflict of
is
who is playing me.
Yeah.
because Tara's like, look at me in my eyes, like look at me, and and then she's talking to Rob, and Rob's like, we just have to take them out first. We have to get them before they get us. And oh,
I think she was buying the Eric, and I think in her mind, I think she thought it was Johnny and Eric, and Johnny was playing Tara, because I
and
don't
that
think
somehow
she thought Tara was a traitor.
she was going to help Tara get away from that mean old Johnny.
Isn't that interesting? That is interesting when you think of that. Like she thinks that she's seeing like Tara, don't trust the man that says that you can trust him. Like
Right.
she doesn't see it in her own perspective, like in her own way. Like it just makes me sad. I loved having this like final episode having so much more in it, and I really wish there would have been more of her throughout the whole season. I didn't realize how much I actually really like her.
Mhm.
Did you guys ever watch Community?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
In one of the seasons when Jeff Winger's talking to Pierce, and Pierce talks about all the times he's been married, he sits down and he goes, I'm beginning to think that maybe I'm doing something wrong. And and Maura has that feeling, but I mean, you have to admire like her belief in him and hopefulness, but it makes it more delicious that the one guy that she would be attracted to in the real world is the guy that used that and completely snowed her.
I think there was a little sparkle. There was a hint of that going on.
Oh,
with her.
absolutely. Yeah.
I think she's just a little. There's a little hurt still there. She could not admit that.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
but
I think at the very end, she expressed how hurt she was. I think that was really
no,
raw.
I know, but how much she liked him. That there was
Oh,
a
yeah.
spark there.
Yes, exactly.
Because I mean, we can talk about it later, but
Okay.
the thing that they say to each other where they're asking them at the reunion, and he's like, he kind of flirted, and she won't even admit that.
Yeah,
at
and you know
least-
what? He says, "Oh no, we really didn't do any flirting." Okay, well, what about the challenge in the helicopter?
No, she said there was no flirting. He
Yeah.
said there kind of was.
Yeah. And it's like he was throwing out one-liners at her that like 3 different
Well,
times in that last
Yeah.
episode, right? Like little tiny lines, like
And Alan said, well, I'm afraid of what something like, I'm afraid what Maura might do to you at night. And he goes, I can only hope, or something. He said something like
Yes,
that.
that's the very last
One
thing
could
as they're
hope.
like walking
Yeah.
up the castle
Yeah.
steps. It was so cute.
yeah. So you know what? You guys, you're not fooling anybody.
Yeah, but he has a
Sorry.
girlfriend now, so
For a month, yeah.
But let's
2
give
months.
let's give flowers to Tara and Johnny. Like best friends don't make it to the final. And,
No.
and they did. Like they were at least savvy enough to stay separate early on when the numbers were so big that they could have taken them out. They each built enough support to not get taken out and make it together.
Also, they did get support. They did, but also they were so terrible at like guessing what was happening is that if anybody played like them intentionally to like that was their strategy, they would have done an amazing job with that strategy because
Yeah.
bless
I
them,
think-
these two just could not like so many times they were touching base.
But
they're like
Tara
and
was
then they changed it.
wrong enough times. I think she was doubting herself. She was, because she
Sure.
kept saying, I'm wrong. I can't believe I'm wrong. Earlier, not in these episodes, but earlier. And so I think now when she's like, we know who it is, she still had a sparkle of dart in her mind that
Well,
maybe she didn't have it right.
Johnny had even said that we can't even trust ourselves. So
well, I think this is where one of those. I was thinking about this earlier today about like social games and how your social game plays into Survivor. It plays into Big Brother, obviously. I think it's here too. So you have these two that aren't really figuring it out as faithfuls, but at the end they have it pinned down. But by that point, they didn't have their social game lined up so that they had anybody that was going to back them up when they figured it out. So like that's the dual part for faithful here, right? Not only do they have to figure it out, they have to figure out who can I get to trust me so that when I do figure it out, we can do something. It's so hard for them.
yeah.
It is, but I think this is where this is where I thought a lot about the choices people made. Rob made the right choice on picking Eric because Eric had enough stink on him that he was able to keep Eric loyal as a traitor with him, but he had Mara confused and enough people looking at Eric that by the time Eric comes up, the numbers are going to drop. And I mean, the beautiful part was at the end, like there was no way for Mara to win. I mean, she was
really
doomed.
wasn't.
She was doomed, and then Rob took out Eric. I mean, it was just
I mean,
let's before we go any further, let's talk about what it took to get there.
Yeah.
So, final challenge. We've got the helicopter.
Well,
I mean, throwing these people in the air, I think, is like maybe the standard final
But
challenge.
before we go there, Jamie, before we go there, if we're going to go down the road, let's go sequentially. Mark, after looking at the end game, Mark absolutely was the right choice, period.
Yep.
If Mark stays in that game, he is definitely not going to be swayed, and he could rally votes. And I think Mark might have been able to convince Mara to kick Eric, and then the numbers are against Rob at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think too, I think you're right, because I think Mara didn't really have a relationship with Johnny and Tara till like later in the game, where I think Mark had a relationship with her the whole time, and I think she would have listened to him.
So I think step one, Mark was right.
She had Rob and Mark were the two people that she was with the longest, I would say. I mean, maybe some of the housewives, but
yeah. See, so he picked the right
close.
order of things. Every time he had a decision to make in this game, he really did pick the right decision.
He did. That's where I think his ability to just be calm all the time, like his facial expressions rarely changed. He was always within the same demeanor, when they weren't doing a challenge, of course. But
he did. I will say, after he got out the housewives and had was with Eric, he did get a little overconfident, though. I feel like there was a little it was kind of like starting to sweat out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the game really came down to Mara, and I mean, if they would have voted out Eric, they would have turned around and voted him out too.
And going along Jamie's path of sequential events, the second great choice, he did not leave Mara alone on the ground with the other people. Yep. He got her in that helicopter. Like, he flirted with her. That's what he made. I'll give you something more.
That was his Boston Rob move.
But also, she was.
No one else is going to talk to her.
Have you ever seen a person is excited to get on the helicopter?
She was so excited.
Oh no!
It barely crested her over the hill, and she was like, "Be on there," like. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. She was really pumped. I would be the same level of energy about not
going. Nope.
I would go, but there is no way I'm jumping out of it.
They weren't that high. They were like a high dive away from the water. Sorry, I'm not going to be like, "Oh, Rob's a badass. He jumped from the helicopter."
No, I'm not saying he's a badass. I'm just saying I'm not jumping out of a helicopter unless it's going down.
Do you jump off of a diving board?
Well, sure. When I was younger.
They lowered that helicopter so
they probably did. I'm
low.
Sure. Yeah.
It was not higher than
it looked like he hit pretty hard, though.
Okay. Regardless of all of that, David, at this point, he's pretty sure he has just won like whatever, $200,000. If he jumps out of this helicopter and swims to shore, he gets $20,000 more.
That is
so
for
$20,000. I bet you're going to jump out of that helicopter.
That's a large chunk of your taxes, right?
You know what I mean? So
yes,
but not for 10. If you had to split with Eric, that was what said. That's why Eric had to go, because he was going to have to split.
Yeah. So $20,000 more for jumping into the lock.
Yeah. So come on.
That's where you know what that is. That's a tall drink of water jumping into the drink.
You know what that is? That's a Birkin purse.
That way, yeah. Minimum.
Yeah. Minimum.
Or two.
A Birkin purse is more like $30,000. A good one.
Apparently,
the lady said 10 is the basic,
is the starting point.
Yeah. You maybe get a wallet.
Wow.
I got news for you. She ain't getting the $30,000 one. She's getting the $10,000 one.
He was like $10,000. Okay. Now, if he doesn't, if he still has a girlfriend by the time that he gets her that bag, yes, it's going to be 2,000. If there's no
No,
girlfriend anymore,
maybe a little
maybe he'll give
extra
her a
key
little
ring,
extra.
gold key ring.
Maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know, take her to Europe so that they can get it maybe, over there. I don't know.
a little trip, a
Just
little
saying,
trip, just the
Rob.
two of
Just
them.
hold on now. Put that in your back pocket.
Okay. Well, now that we've given you more dating advice, why do we keep giving this man dating advice? He
I
doesn't
don't
look like
know.
he needs
He's
it.
so
I don't think he needs
listen.
dating advice.
Robbie Bobby's pretty cute. We want to see this dude happy. And he's
That's true.
going, the rumors are he's going far away. He does not want the spotlight. So this is it.
All he's got is that Sonic commercial now, That's
Yeah,
it.
but will they still be
Deal
running him
with
once this
Sonic.
is all over? I don't
For,
know. I did hear that it's possible he could be on Dance with the Stars, so we could get a little bit more.
for,
But
for those
I don't know.
for those that followed our Big Brother coverage, Rob is the anti-Raleigh. He's going far away,
Yes.
but it's because he's super popular and people love him, not
Yes,
because
he
he's
is
There you go.
reviled.
Riley. Absolutely.
Same amount of nipple, much better heart.
But oddly
Yes.
enough, they both lost the girl.
Well, he
Yeah.
has one, and he sounds like he's got like
I,
one backup one. I'm just
I
saying.
don't think Rob lost the girl. I think Rob strategically decided, man, I've got a world full of options now, and I
Yep.
won, and I'm popular, and I
I'm not
may
gonna
see
I'm
more
not gonna
on
lock
another
it down
show
right now.
again in the future.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lock it down right now. So, okay.
Yeah, he'll run
We
into her
He
again.
wins the money. Okay, we got that. So now we're gonna go to the round table, and here at the round table, we got Tara and Johnny again trying so hard to corner Eric. And they're doing a good case. They're doing a little case build. They're doing a good job. It's like where if you could have only done this a couple rounds back.
Mhm.
But Eric
Um,
learned a little bit because he was the first one to speak at the round table.
and
Mm.
Eric was doing a great job, like, for the most part, interacting and trying to put up some sort of defense. But
But
without the
he,
support of Mora, it doesn't
I just
really
want to play
matter.
poker with Eric. That's all I'm saying.
Eric, Eric did not use his best defense because
Yeah.
Tara's
He
defense
tried.
was,
I mean,
you've not come to talk to me about anybody, about like you've not offered any names, you've not, and he could literally, because
Because you're
he
a
had been,
traitor, Tara.
he had been with Maura in the other room just saying Tara's name, but like, you're right. Do you know why I don't say names to you? Because the name I would say would be yours. That's why. Because that would be like,
You know what I
oh
thought,
shoot, he
Christy?
did say
I
it.
thought the thing he should have said is the reason I didn't come to you is Natalie came to you, and look what happened.
what happened
Also,
to
valid
Natalie?
point. I don't know, but he didn't come out with any of that. He
That would have
wasn't
been
really.
You know what?
that would have been a good one.
Yeah,
These would
like
have been great
Tara,
defenses
because
if he had
you're.
need them. But he didn't need them. He didn't need to defend himself. All
He
he
didn't.
needed was for Mora to
He
think
didn't.
that
But boy, they
Bob didn't
edited
lie
it
to
to
her.
make us sweat a little bit, didn't they?
He all he needed to do was go. Look at this man, Mara. Look at him. Believe him.
Her
Believe
eyes
him,
start like
Mara.
spinning around,
Yeah, he wouldn't lie to you, sweetheart. No.
hypnotized.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the end of all of this, thanks to Mora not having the support, Johnny is the one who ends up
Dude,
going down
he
swinging.
no, he ran out of there. He ran. He gave Tara a big hug and he ran out of there.
Later, bitches.
He didn't just
That's
walk.
what he was
Did you guys
thinking.
notice that? It was like he needed like a breath of like air or something just to get out of that pressure cooker of what that must have felt like. He was like,
Yeah. So we knew it
ugh,
was going to happen. We knew they were going
yeah,
to get split apart. But here it finally happened, and Rob did it again. Just sit back at the round table and let everybody
um,
just take each other out.
just gonna say I absolutely like cheered when it happened. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Again,
the nerve
these are
cheer.
my competitive sports. I'm sorry.
Well,
Anyway,
then we go from the round table to the fire and truth. Um, this part of the game is such an interesting.
well,
It,
it was
it's
less.
maybe not just this in this season, but like this aspect to the game to me is so interesting because it's like there's this whole part of the game that takes place, challenges and the round table and all of it. But this little mini game is like such a huge deal. Like it's literally it's like it's the going to fire. It's like
Mhm.
this is the make it or break it moment every time.
Well,
And
this is like the bluff moment, right? Where everyone's just looking
yes.
at each other, just like, yeah.
And then it's great too because this is often where you see two people that work together, for a
Mhm.
long time, and we are left out intentionally by editing on if they believe each other thoroughly or not. And this is when we get to finally see that reveal. And we knew Rob was going to let Eric go. But still to actually see it come down to this after we lose Tara, and then you think, okay, this is where Mora's gonna go. Nope. Nope.
Did you think that? Were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised. I figured he was gonna let Eric go, but just to actually see it happen in Eric's
Because
Yeah.
face,
Now
like,
the rules of the game would have allowed them to vote Tara out, right? Or I'm sorry, Mora out, and then they would
yeah,
have just
yeah,
won,
they could have.
Yes.
right?
Yes, they absolutely could have, and
Then,
then they
I
would have
mean,
split it.
So once she sent Tara home, she was done.
she was done.
Yeah, and
It was just
but
Rob
like Rob
thinking,
said,
do I want to share this or
that's
not?
$100,000. Like, sorry, bye, Eric. That's
And
a lot of money.
he's in there before they vote Tara, he's trying to get her to vote for Tara instead of Eric. And he says to her, she's like, okay, but we have to do Eric next. And if the only way he was going to be able to get Tara out at that vote was to promise that, then he did the right thing with her. And I'm sure Eric can see that now. It's like either we both lose, because if Tara doesn't go, if you go home and say, Tara, I'm done. So either we both lose or I win. That was the only option.
I tell you what I thought would have been really interesting, and it could have cost Rob the game. There was only one chance for him to lose,
Yep.
and it's when they go to the fire. If Mora had said, I'm comfortable, everybody's a faithful, and it was the two skaters, and her and Eric said quit the game, and Rob didn't, what does she do then?
Oh
Does
yeah.
does she then say, "Oh my God, I think Rob's duped me," and Eric wins, but only because then she doesn't know why Rob wouldn't have quit the game, and it throws her for a loop.
Well, it's funny you say that because I thought that was a dumb vote on his part, because if he knew she was gonna, why not vote with her? I guess was my point. Or
Yeah.
Well, I think Jamie's right. There has to be something in the editing. He was so sure of what Mora was going to do that he did what she did, so he would always be in step with her,
right.
Yep.
so that she would trust him, and it worked perfectly.
Yep. It was
You
smooth.
know what?
It was really smooth.
I love that little Mara. I hope we see her on something else. I don't know what, but like they could put her on anything. I really like her. She's spunky and fun, and she tinks a lot, so I like that.
She's a big winner. She's a big winner, no doubt.
Yeah,
like
they need to
she
get her on something else.
she has had a good attitude.
Listen, she won best dressed over all the housewives. Come on now.
Now, okay, so let's talk about that reveal. Okay, when she's like, she tried to psych Rob. She tried to psych him out like she was the traitor, and then
Oh my
that made
gosh.
it so much worse when he had to turn around and be like, "No,
I mean, I
really,
love her
I
for
am the
I love her
am."
for that. I love her for that because she was in her head going, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get him so bad.
So
I'm gonna get him
funny.
so bad. I'm gonna get him." And then it was like
Oh
she
my
was like, "I'm just joking."
Oh, it was terrible. Oh, it was so terrible. But-
She said, "I was waiting for him to say he was joking."
and he's like, "No, really,
Really,
I actually am."
and I think part of the appeal of him is, as we've been saying for weeks, like he didn't relish taking her out. Like to him, it's a game, but he didn't like celebrate. He wasn't
Right.
super happy that it was happening. And like he was really uncomfortable telling her he was a traitor.
And
Oh, and
he
she
so
was just
uncomfortable.
waiting for him to say
And
he
I
was
don't-
kidding.
And I don't think he kept, because like she kept saying, "I'm so stupid. I'm so," and that felt really bad.
I
But
hated
I
that.
don't
I
think
hated that so
I
much.
hope that
And that
she
she
can
said,
realize that
"You're never going to have another
Another
girlfriend."
a girlfriend, yeah.
Yes, that was great.
You're never
That was
gonna
a
well,
really
yes,
raw
well,
reaction, wasn't it? Though that was
Yes,
yeah.
her. That was
yes.
like real,
How
right?
can anyone
Because
trust
then
you?
her next few statements were, "I'm just kidding," like,
Yeah.
"You did a good job. That's the game." But
And
That's
let's just talk for a second. I mean, have the last two people out of the game both looked as knocked the fuck out as Eric and Mora have?
yeah, he got them both.
Like he got them both. Eric,
He got them both.
I mean, I felt like Eric was perilously close to breaking the rules. He was so shocked that Rob was doing it.
Yeah, he was. He was. But hello, Eric, you ain't no different. But I don't think that Rob took her to the end because she was dumb, and I don't think he took her to the
no.
end because she was gullible. I think he did actually care about her and liked her,
He
and they
took
were
her to
working
the
well
And
end
he knew
together.
because
she was loyal.
I was
He
gonna say, he
knew
took her
she
to
He was
wasn't
the
going to
gonna be
end.
leave
loyal,
him.
but he was gonna
She
be
was
loyal to
loyal.
her too, right?
Mhm.
Everyone knew he was loyal to her as well, so it didn't look weird that they were a duo.
Yeah,
So
it's interesting that Rob spent more time defending faithfuls at that round table than he
yeah,
ever did his fellow traitors.
yeah, it's true.
Well, if you think about it, like we've talked about him playing a faithful Traitors game,
Yes.
he took the last two people absolutely as far as he could take them and defended them the whole
Mhm.
way until
Yeah.
he couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
And like at the moment
Well,
he
he
had
could
to
have
get
kept.
rid
He
of him,
could have kept Eric. He
he
made
could
a
have
Yeah, he
decision not
could have,
to.
but lost 100,000.
Right.
he could
like-
have, but who was he closer with, Mora or Eric?
Yeah.
Like if you just look, if they were all three faithfuls, who would Rob choose? He would have chose Mora. Mora was his top alliance.
Like I said, he defended more faithfuls. They're his friends.
So pretty brilliant.
It was
Pretty
interesting
brilliant.
because it's like he went through the entire game seeing the faithfuls as his friends and not the opposition. The other traitors were the opposition.
Well, and I think,
I think I feel like it cracked something open in the game because we've never seen somebody play like the faithfuls. Are we talking about being a good faithful
it
and working
depends
with the
if
faithfuls? But it really is. The faithfuls are here to help you, and these are the people that you want out.
but I think for him it was the setup of it as well, because again, everyone thinks he's just that dumb cute guy, right?
And he was thrown in a group with the
right. He
housewives.
walks into the turrets. It's two housewives. They're already a thing. If he had walked into that turret and it had been originally, let's say, Colton and Eric, and he walks in,
Yeah.
would his game have been different? Would he
Yes.
have been more loyal to them?
I think so.
But I
Until
think
the
that
end,
Rob
they still would have been
realized
cut, but
Rob's not stupid. He realized very early on that there were three of them, but that the first one that was going to get cut was going to be him if they had their way.
if it was those three, the first one that would get cut would be Colton. He's the one he would let burn at the round
no, I'm
table.
saying that was how he was viewing the housewives. But then they get mad because he got them because they thought he was dumb.
But but here's what I think Rob did so well that so many of them didn't, is he came into this and it wasn't like the lights came on and he became like Love Island Rob. He was just Rob. Like the housewives, like they to some extent, a lot of the people become a character whenever the camera's on. And his personality from what he was on Love Island,
when he's all,
like,
hey,
he toned it down.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I don't care who you put in the turret. Watching this guy navigate that group, I think he'd have been fine if it was Colton, if it was Eric.
But what I'm saying is I don't know that he would have felt the need to take them out. Do you think? He would still have taken them out?
Maybe, but here's where he might have taken Eric out because Eric was so sus. And I could see him taking Colton out because Colton could be sloppy.
Okay.
But
I guess it depends on what's everyone else saying. If other people are saying those two people's names, he was probably the way he was going to win was, if I have to, I'm not going to.
If enough faithfuls were on to those people, he would have went with the faithfuls.
Which is
I
smart.
think
That's logical. His game was very logical, and they don't like that. Because boy, they were still a little salty.
Yeah, it really made sense. So, but I like the evolution that we have of Rob because he went from the other Rob to bad Rob to not like he, he went from the other Rob to Traitor Rob to bad Rob to hot Rod to winner Rob. Like
To
all in the what
Robbie
was it?
Bobby.
To Robbie Bobby, like a 12-day time span. He like evolved through all these like little things, and it's like
It's a very powerful
that is a
Pokemon.
very interesting main character.
I looked back on some stuff today, and I sent Jamie. I think I put it on Tally the Votes. The Ron Funches clip.
Yeah, it's so
Ron was
funny.
tickled to death that Rob won.
Yeah.
Like the hot young girl was on his side. The aloof comedian who didn't connect with anybody but him at the chessboard. Like he pulled a coalition of people across like social
Though I think those were real
abilities and
connections, right? Don't you
yes.
think?
Yes, I can tell you Ron Funches was probably the realest person post Traitors of anybody. He's been
Yeah.
super real.
Yeah.
And he really said Rob was one of the only people that like tried to make a connection with him. And he did make a connection with him.
Yeah, he did.
And it was funny what Ron said to the ladies was like, yeah, you guys talk about Birkin bags a little too much. Like I can't talk about that all the time.
Right.
And yeah, I would have been the same way. I'd have been the same way.
So
I'd go over here and play chess, I guess.
Can we entertain the conversation before we go to the reunion? I'm just gonna say it. Like there's some great games played. Kudos to Suri. Suri got her win on Traitors, and screwed over a friend. But I think this is the best game a Traitor has played on this show, period. And
I think so too.
I can only speak for US because that's all I've seen, but for US, yes.
Yeah.
there are a couple of really good games. The Celebrity UK winner this year played a really great game.
Yeah.
But I think Rob, from where he started in the perception, because where he came from and where he finished, I thought he drew an inside straight and played beautiful. And I put him as number one of all the Traitor winners in this game.
And it's almost
I can't
analogous to a Survivor player never getting a single vote cast against him.
Yes.
Because he wasn't in really any danger till the final 5. And even then, how much danger was he in, right? So, I mean, that's
because
there's only 5. There's going to be
Yeah.
eyes on you, right? No matter who you are. So, I think that's
Yep.
nearly a perfect game.
But and like you said, David, or somebody said earlier, like you look at all the little pieces of the great players of strategy games that we've watched. Like, okay, I'm going to find a strong alliance. I'm going to keep in that. That's early day Survivor. Hey, I'm going to not let people that I'm close to talk to other people and possibly get swayed. That's a Boston Rob thing that we saw. Like all these little pieces, great strategic players make.
Got the Sandra anybody but me thing down.
Yes, like he had little bits and pieces of all that. And add to that, like this guy showed you the template of like how to have your demeanor not change. Like I believe this guy could be told anything and not react. Like he has, I mean, it's no wonder he likes snakes. He's cold blooded. Like he does not react.
It's logic though, don't you think?
Yes.
He's
Sure,
just assessing the situation. He's just very.
He kept saying it's a game. It's like that was his mantra when things would get wild and everybody else would spin out and get emotional. He would say it's a game. And even when he was comforting Mora, he was like, it's just a game. Like I really think that kept him grounded.
His
when you look
under.
at it, when you look at him, it's like you see all of these games, Big Brother, Survivor, Traitors. They're social games, right? But his gameplay is interesting because rather than being immersed in the social game, but like playing the game and not recognizing he's in a social game, he recognizes the social game and plays on the outside of that. He knows
Totally.
he knows where to walk in and to walk
Or
back
he
out.
really
like
hit that. He'll stay right in that pocket, right? There's just that
Mhm.
sweet spot of where
Yeah.
he's in, but he's kind of out.
Yes, very much.
I think with his like how he can stay like so super cool under pressure. Like I know he likes snakes and all that, but like he would be a great like
He's
EMT
just
or a
chill. Yeah,
doctor. Or, like he has some.
he stays pretty chill
He's
during
pretty
things,
chill.
unless of
I'd
course
be
he's not told that there will be one missing chair on a carousel.
Yeah, that's true. He could carry a body too, right? Well, maybe yeah.
There's only one
Fireman.
job. There's only one job that I personally would not want Rob to do, and that would be son-in-law. That would be the only job I would not want Rob for.
But he's loyal. He took care of
mean,
her. He just
sure.
didn't let her have money. Because he
Well,
didn't have to. I mean, you know. That's why
I
you always
don't
get a
think that
prenup.
I don't think that we have any feedback this week since we're on a weird time
A weird
schedule.
night.
But if in the future you do want to write any feedback in, please feel free to do so. It is at tallythefeedback@yahoo.com. We are going to take a 5-second break for a commercial, and then we will be back. All right. So we have pretty much covered everything within the episode and the end of the game. But I think that there's one more game to be played before we go to the finale, and that is our final game of the season of Murder, Banish, Shield. We got a fabulous wardrobe tonight. Not just Alan. Can I say not just Alan? Like the outfits they wore at the final flame, like, oh, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone looked
Eric had a really
hot.
cool jacket.
Yeah, they all looked
yeah,
so
I liked it. I liked
good.
his jacket a lot.
Like everyone looked good, not just Alan. Well, mostly everyone else and not so much Alan in that part. That
Because he was
outfit.
just all in black,
That
right?
outfit.
It was-
But this is what we have for our wardrobe evolution for the episode. We have the first outfit, which has been titled Black Widow Glam. And I probably could guess, but why don't you give me your Murder Banish Shield?
This was like kind of like it's my party, I'll cry if I want to.
Mhm.
So right, that's where he had all the makeup on his eye. Am I right?
No.
Is that the first one? Oh.
The first one was at breakfast. He's wearing the black suit, pinstripe suit with the glitter pinstripes, like sparkly.
Oh, see, that's nice. I think that's a shield. That's fine. It's a shield.
I totally agree. Shield.
Yeah, it's fine.
I make 3.
It's like classy and
All right.
like, yeah.
Okay. And then the next outfit we have is during the competition, and that one is the
Okay.
hot shot in suit.
I really liked his hair game this time. I liked the goth.
I liked
because
the
with
eyes.
the first one
I
he had like
liked
his
the
hair like it was like doing like a weird angle thing. I don't know how he did it, but that was cool. And then the second outfit he had the black eye things, and I think that sold it for me. It was like really Panic at the Disco or something. So
Yeah, that one was murder for me for sure.
I mean, I think it's fine. I you know what? I'll even say slayed it. Why not? Like, or what did he do?
Right.
Murdered it. He murdered it. Yeah. Why not?
Yep. That's my murder outfit. What about you guys?
I banished this one. And the only reason I banished it is this is like the picture of like, you know, a kid trying to draw a camel. That's the meme where like the head starts out good and then the body just is like from like maybe mid chest up. This outfit was awesome. From like chest down, it sucked.
Was it Crocs again? Was he Crocs again?
I thought like this it started great, and if the bottom had matched the top, it would have been a murder for me. But I thought it fizzled, so I'm banishing this.
Well, I got excited because if those black circles had gotten bigger and bigger, we would have really had like a Nightcrawler situation. So I was like, oh, it's kind of
I'm
peeking
gonna
through.
be real with you guys. If I had not been face painting literally since this morning, there was a real conversation about whether or not I was gonna do my eye makeup like that tonight.
Oh, that would have been fun.
I
Okay.
chose not to because it would take just as much work to wash it off. So.
Yeah, that's
And that's why the outfit failed, because if Alan was sitting like Jamie is and we saw that much of him, it would have been a
And it
murder.
would have been
it would have been
A-okay.
It would have been a
perfect.
murder.
All right, David, what do you say?
I'm banishing too, but not necessarily for the half and half. I just wasn't feeling the whole vibe on this one.
Okay, not your thing. Got
You're
it.
not
It
in.
was just
It was too club kid for you.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was. You know, it was like I don't know, the wrong kid in the '80s dressing up like Sid Vicious. It just didn't work.
Okay.
I mean,
I thought he looked very beautiful. I liked it.
It was fine. It was artistic.
I'm a sucker for a man in some eye makeup, so
Sure.
can't help myself, guys.
We really should make that happen.
Okay, so our final outfit is Queen of the Night, which is very similar to the first outfit, except for now we have like a gown tail. What do you think?
This was the very bright blue one, right?
No, this is a whole other thing. We ain't there yet, sister.
Okay, sorry. I don't remember this one at all, so I guess
This is the round table, like the round table outfit.
I'm just gonna banish it because I don't even remember it.
All right. Like I said, pretty much like the first one, except for having a gown tail.
I loved it. It built on the breakfast outfit, which I really liked. So I think he murdered this one.
I got a save one. I had to have something banish.
Okay.
Murder.
And then the fourth, you know what? Normally we just have 3, but the fourth is you can pick 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't matter if you've already said banish murder or
right, exactly. We have a freebie.
Because this one we only get once a year, guys. Same outfit every year, once a year, but now it has a name. Now it is called the Spice Girls Craft Closet.
Is that what it's called?
That's what I'm calling it. We had the butterfly clips. We had the smock with the gems.
Okay. Yeah.
Those girls were crafting.
I think that was him. Maybe him and Fergus. They were having
Hey,
having some drinks
Fergus
and they were like, hot glue gun out. Let's do this.
Get that, get that glue gun.
I'd say murdered. Why not? He's fun.
Okay, I wasn't sold. I wasn't sold on it. I kind of low-key hate that outfit, but when he was like, what did he say to Rob? He was like, how about if I do this and turns on the light?
Yes.
So it's murder.
Yes.
That's murder in the first degree.
That was the thing. And you know what? The fact that he waited to use that as like a final finale to die. Because think about it. Think about it. They had filmed all kinds of things up until that moment.
That was it.
I mean, essentially it's over. We're done. And he's like, haha.
But
one more reveal.
And you know what? Just like the rest of the season, somebody wants to light up for Rob one final time. So I mean, Alan saved that for his one-on-one with Rob. So this outfit was really taken over the top by Alan's sheer joy at it. So I'm gonna say, because of the context of it, murder. If we'd not had the final scene, this had probably been a shield. But I'm going to say murder based on the context.
And it had a twinkle, so
Literally, yeah.
Literally.
I'm gonna shield this one.
You didn't buy into the light a bit, huh? It didn't steal your heart.
It was good. It wasn't great.
I mean, you could read by it. It's pretty.
You could do your taxes in the dark.
I mean, I'm just saying, it'd be fun. I don't know. I thought it was. I thought it was fancy.
I thought it was a great season. So let's go to the reunion.
But now I wonder if next year, how many light up outfits will we have?
I don't know.
It's like you always got to one up yourself. Now what? Oh,
don't dare Alan coming. He'll go there.
Maybe it'll be a hat.
He'll come walking in on stilts or something.
Okay, so our reunion immediately starts with us having to see Andy in overalls.
Oh, yeah. This is where I realized a whole lot of things about Traitors and about all the casting at this moment. You go, oh, well, this is a Broadway show or Bravo show.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? I went, oh, okay. Because he only does for Bravo. And then it started really making my head tick of all the people that are on there from Bravo. And I'm like, and the housewives are like the head of the Bravo chain, right? Like at the top, they're like the head Bravo people at
Yep.
this point. They kind of make lots of money for that network. And so when everybody always hates them playing this game, they're always out early. And I thought they totally rigged this to be two housewives in the turret for the first, like at the beginning, they knew they were going to do that. And then they thought they would, because I bet you there were housewives were like, we're not going to play because we always get voted out. No. Just come play. It's going to be different this time.
We
I
need
promise it's
you
going to be
to be
different.
here for
No, come on.
It's the reunion.
Right. And then they do it. And then they still do kind of
Okay.
shitty by their own game.
Just-
And then they
they're
want to
kinda
pretend
there.
like it wasn't fair. Like
Yeah.
somehow there was cheating or something.
You're right. It is a constant thing. You're right.
And so
They do tend to get salty. But there's usually like one who is like legitimately really tries to dig in and play the game.
Sometimes I feel like they're playing a character when they get salty, but I did not think Candace was playing a character. I think she was salty.
Yeah, she has some issues. And Portia is Delulu. Like she.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The amount of time that they left in of her talking and not
like
editing.
She must be a Bravo favorite or something.
Oh my God. Like my notes were just like Portia, my opinion of her was okay in the season. By the time she was done here, I was like, she sucks.
I'm sorry, she was gone early.
She sucks.
Yeah, I was like about her too.
Yeah, she needs to buy herself a book on EQ.
There was a few different like arguments within this reunion that I mean some were just kind of funny, but like others were very.
Hey, when I'm talking, you stop. Clip it. Clip it. Clip it.
Does anyone else think Rappaport maybe needs to seek a little mental help?
Yeah, it's totally David Busey, right?
I mean, there was part of it that made sense. Like when he said, you know, I'm an actor. When the cameras come on, I feel the need to put on the show.
And that makes sense. I can understand that. But like, the thing is he feels like he's dealing with two voices in his head battling at all times. Because he's like, oh, like I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't like to hurt feelings. Like you need to edit your words. You know, he goes from like this, I don't want to hurt anybody to saying something really cut off and hurtful.
And then you're not speaking when I'm speaking. Is that a housewives thing?
That's just a jerk thing.
Bean, we agree with you. We loved Michael yelling Tara over and over and over again.
Yeah, some of their little jokes are really good. But
Michael would have been popular, like if he'd have just been that guy. But the like disrespect,
And even tonight, like as he was going on, I wasn't even sure what he was talking about anymore. By the time they cut him off,
Maura told him everyone's getting bored, but he was trying to make a point, and I think that's Rappaport's problem. I think he tries to make a point, but it's like it's succinct in his head, but he can't get it out. And then people cut him off, or they step on his feelings, and I think he just reacts.
You're right.
He might also be on the spectrum, and I think he gets so frustrated that then he leashes out on them, and he never feels heard or understood, and that's gonna be really frustrating.
He needs the guy in the video I shared that hits him in the face with the snowball while he's talking. He needs that guy with him at all times when he gets off target to just whack him with a snowball and say, Michael, get back on target.
Yeah.
Or at least that guy in his head that's like, Michael, get back on target.
I think when they showed that at the reunion, I think there's a really, really, because that conversation with him really like went nowhere. but I really truly believe they showed that because that's what everyone was dealing with in the castle whenever he was around. That was him all the time. I think that's why we got to see that. It's
Yeah.
that level. There's no lower level to it. That's why
And you're
Rob's
attacking
kept
Johnny
going.
at the Olympics. Johnny's sitting at the Olympics, and you're like,
No,
you're
he
like,
said
and
you
what you
guys.
said to me about get out of your
Well,
Oh,
it's
it-
because he at first when he said it, the first thing he said was like a complimentary, like
He said you have a silver
silver
medal. And he's like, I don't
medal,
have
like
any.
Yes.
He's like, I don't
winner
have any
Johnny.
medals.
He's
Oh,
like,
well, I'm
I
sorry. I
didn't
tried to
win.
give you a silver, bud. You know.
Yeah, and then it's like the defense to that like went crazy. And yes, thank you, Bean. I have this in my notes because that's one of the conversations where I said these arguments, some of them are absurd, because Lisa gets mad about
Oh, and
Colton
and
using
her
the
and
term
Candace together are just like,
hostage. Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I think
uncomfortable with that.
they think
I
they've
think
got a real I got you move, right here. They're gonna hit him with this. They've been
Yeah, you
planning
can't
this for
use the
days.
term hostage.
That's
think-
so vicious.
I think Colton suffered from not understanding that she's fucking Lisa Rinna.
Apparently.
Right, but what he said to them is like,
Harry
you
Hamlin's
said on
wife,
camera
But he's
that
like,
Rinna.
you wanted to slit my
yeah,
throat. Like,
yeah, he says
come
he
on
says
now.
you said I want to slit his fucking throat. Like,
yeah, you can't get more threatening than
come
actually
on, like,
saying the threat.
I thought his the way he played the reunion was good at damage control for him.
100%
Yeah,
agree.
You're right.
yeah,
You're right,
he
but
was
just-
like,
Yeah, I
the-
don't.
To the other discussion, though, this is a show where they routinely talk about murder and grisly murder
Exactly.
and heinous murder and
Exactly. We're
hostages
not
off
bleeping
limit.
it out. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It seemed weird.
I have to say that the highlight to me, the absolute highlight of the entire reunion, and I'm not sure who said it, but it was still when we had them, most of the group in the other room, and they were making comments about what was being
20%
said.
gayer.
Was
Oh, that was
no
great.
when Rob said, "Well, I'm buying her a Birka bag," and somebody said, "Fuck the purse. He won't even buy a shirt."
Yes. Yes. That was that Candace?
I don't know. I couldn't catch who it was. But
I'm
that
telling
one,
you, the feelings that I was getting while they were sitting there as it kept going on, that Lisa and Candace had practiced, they had met, they had decided what they were going to talk about. They had like
Oh,
bias
yeah.
reinforced each other's idea of
Yeah.
what had
Well-
happened in the castle.
And how
Like,
about Candace's like, I've got you, tell him, Colton, that Rob
Yeah.
cheated. And
Yeah,
it totally
no.
was not. It was total BS. Like
No.
I really like Candace, and I know Rob Sesternino really liked her and wanted to work with her.
yes.
But
She's a bad
her
sport.
performance on this, like she was a good player and a bad loser, a really bad loser.
Yeah, very
And-
Yeah,
sore
there's
loser.
And
a
then
meme
now-
going around that has a
but
picture
now-
of her like glaring that says "sore loser" on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
does there? I mean, it's warranted. She has now seen the entire season, and still she has this thing like he cheated and girl, people were saying your name.
That's
People were
it.
saying
That's
Lisa's
it.
name.
That's it.
No one at that point had said his name, not a single person.
No,
But they had
there was
clocked Lisa.
nothing. There was nothing sneaky or deviously out of game play that he ever was
And
doing.
that she still can't see it now that
But the
she's seen, do you know what I
gameplay
mean? It's
got
really
on her
weird.
skin. Yeah. So,
I thought
This
the
is
best-
why this is
Go ahead,
why I
Christy, I'm
think
sorry.
this is why I think that they thought that this season was going to be different for them. Like, we're going to go in there this season, you know,
we got
and,
2 of them up there.
you know,
and
because
we're gonna
they
work
don't
together
usually
and-
do so well in this game. They don't usually make it to the end, do they?
But they usually only get to be one of them in the turret.
Do you
so-
think they're trying to win, or do you think they're trying to raise their profile by being on the show? I mean, I'm not saying they
both.
wouldn't want to win,
I
but
think it could be a combination.
I think both. They're going to try and raise their profile. If they win, that would help that immensely. So I think both.
I believe of the Real Housewives that were on, one of them had to
Candace.
win. and that was Candace.
That's
Like
I tend to agree with
Lisa
that.
pretty much admitted after the Black Banquet that she was satisfied with her art.
Yeah.
And if you see her afterwards, like, have you guys seen the photo shoot her and Rob did in New York,
She
where
looks
she's
great
wearing
in overalls. So
she's wearing the
cute.
overalls and
Yeah.
No, I
like
haven't seen that.
like I think the rest
Got
of
her white
them,
beater
like,
and
had they
overalls on.
won, cool. But I think that's
It's
why
just
Candace is the maddest of them, because I think
Mm.
Candace really tried and felt like Rob sabotaged her game.
Yeah,
no,
she wanted
she
it, yeah.
sabotaged herself, because had she waited, that because he did
All she
explain
would
to
have had to
them
do is she could have been mad. She could have been bitter. She was
his
allowed to be
first
all of those
vote
things
for
when he got
Lisa.
out of when he got out of Traitor. But you hold on to that and then you use it at the end. Like you don't do it the next round table.
I mean,
That's going to
I don't know.
backfire
I
on
feel
you
like
because she literally saw how much power he had sitting there, trying to make that move at the next round table. Like she should have known it wasn't time, and so she made a mistake in that.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, Bean
No,
makes a
you're right.
point too. The money to some of these folks, because did one of you post it? I saw a post that had a bunch of their net worths,
Oh,
Was it-
I
and
didn't see that.
and like Rob was the lowest.
Well, then there
oh
you
well,
go.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
some of them were worth millions. I mean,
I
I'm
agree
sure.
with that to an extent, but if you look online today, you could not see, like, Esquire or all these places. Rob R is on the cover of all this stuff.
Oh,
Like,
he's hot.
even though the win is a pittance, like, his brand value shot through the roof.
yep,
And
totally.
you can't tell me if Candace didn't win that her brand value would have broken out of the
Yeah,
Real
you bet.
Housewives stratosphere and gotten a little bit
She would have had
bigger.
like
And
an extra little crown to have.
well, yeah,
yes,
she's
I
real
feel
big
like it.
in a
I
small
feel
pond.
like,
I think that's right, Brian.
but I mean, also look at Cerise. Cerise win. I am fully confident got her back into Survivor and Big Brother. Like
Sure.
it gave her more TV time.
it recharged her battery, and people saw her as a winning player.
Yeah.
And she continues to thrive.
And I want to give a shout out. I thought the person, and they didn't get much time, but I thought the person that impressed me the most, and I wish we would have seen more of, was Monet. I thought when Monet talked, I was like, Monet would have been a great player.
So glad you didn't say Steven.
Oh, no. You know what? He's lucky there's one tree on that hill. There should have been half a tree on that hill for Steven.
Because they cut it
But
down
yeah.
because they didn't know they needed it for shade.
Yeah.
Monet was great. Do you guys have any other thing about the reunion that like you had no thought or that you wanted to talk about?
I want to say one thing, but usually the stuff they do is corny and sucks. But Love Highland was comedy gold. Love Highland, I thought, was really funny. Now, like, try murder, ask your doctor if murder, that's okay. It was kind of funny, but not great. But Love Highland, I thought, was hilarious.
They did a good job. I thought both were really good. I mean, I like a good,
it's silly.
They're jabbing them, teasing them, so it's funny.
But we all agree this is likely the best US season.
Yeah.
And it was probably the best reunion show. Because normally I don't love them, but this one, it was pretty riveting.
I really see if him and Maura were going to get together.
He just wanted to see Maura. He didn't care if he was getting together with Robin. He just wanted to see her. It's okay. I
can have a sparkle
she is
corner
gorgeous.
once in a while.
It's okay. You can have a sparkle for her. She's beautiful.
Well, since we did outfits, can we just say Maura did slay, and her hats? Maura has some cool hats.
Yeah, when they did the hat,
you notice they didn't show the one that was like a box, though.
Yeah, and then she had her little. And at the reunion, she had her little like baby micro bangs going on, and.
Okay, Bean asked a question.
Not very many people pulled those bangs off.
Did Rob plan to cut Eric early on, as Candace suggested at reunion? I don't think so.
I think he went back and forth on it a couple times in his own head.
I don't think
he made up his mind right away.
I think it was, if I have to, I will.
I think he selected
I think that was his only plan.
Specifically to do it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I see. I think his entire game, everything was his plan was, I will do what I have to do to get further.
Yeah. do
Well,
it
that
again.
would have
Everybody
been.
but
Well,
me.
I mean, if that means winning all the money,
If
that
I
means
have
cutting
to.
anyone he's with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think Eric had a shining chance in hell of lasting as a traitor, so I'm gonna give him credit where credit's due. He did. He managed to hold his own with this ding dong group, and
I'd
So-
have,
they
I'd have
tried,
Eric's
but they didn't get
problem.
him until the very end. So
Did anyone know our winners pick from episode 1? Did
I had
any of us?
Natalie.
I had Rob.
You did have Rob. Oh,
Mhm.
that was your second pick though, wasn't it? You didn't pick him
He-
from day one.
No, I want remember my very, very, very first pick was gonna be Rob C.
Oh, okay.
But when he murdered my peeps, then I was like, well, you have to
you took Rob.
root
Okay.
for the one that
I
took
think
out your people.
yeah, mine was Johnny. I mean,
I don't
we
even, I
figured
don't
out
even
who the
remember
people
who I had. I'll take the L. I don't even remember who I had.
Ian.
Maybe.
took Ian, right?
Maybe, but like I think the question I have for you all, and I don't know, I've never watched Love Island, and if you all say, Brian, you have to binge 22 seasons of Love Island, that's
No, I
going to
wouldn't
be
do
hard
that.
There's not
pass.
that
Okay.
many. And the British one is funny.
It-
but anyway.
Do you think this will open the door that they're going to say, maybe we should look at more of these Love Island people because of what Rob and Maura, both Love Island, final
Oh,
two.
I'm sure they will because they do like Lower Deck and they're already
Mhm.
picking for those kind of dating
Except
shows.
they're not going to do. They're not doing like.
It's
Whatever
well,
deal with
not on the next
celebrities, are there?
season. You're right. It won't be
Do
celebrity.
you think you don't think this is
they'll
going
go
to
back
be
to it.
because the
No,
next season they're
they're
gonna
Next season's
air on-
normies.
Yeah,
It's
the cast
normies
that they're
and
doing,
they're putting it on NBC this next season.
I
So
don't
it's-
think that it's my take is not that there's not going to be celebrities next season. My take is what we're seeing with the non-celebrities is its own thing.
Do you think it's going to be?
Oh, you
its
think
own-
there's
we're
gonna be two?
instead of getting it once a year, I think we're about to get it twice a year.
So
So
it's
you
like
think
Big
the
Brother
non-
and Celebrity
So
Big
the
Brother almost.
non-celebrity would be on NBC, and then we'll have a regular.
Because
That's
that's
how
how the
UK
UK
does
does it.
Yeah, UK does
But they
normies
call
and
theirs-
celebrities.
Right, but they do theirs. They call it celebrities, and they've never called traders celebrities. Traders.
But we've started it with the celebrities here. They
Yeah.
didn't there.
That's why I'm wondering. Do they call the one that's on normies?
What's really interesting is all these
Let's
shows
just,
go.
let's just stop and think about Alan Cumming having to say Traitors Normies edition.
They don't even go to the Scottish Highlands. They go like.
They go to the trailer park. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Bean asked an interesting question. Which of us four would go on Traitors and make the best traitor? Now
You?
you can't vote for yourself.
You.
I'm going to say.
Brian.
I'm going to
It's
say.
I think it's you, Brian.
That's great.
Well, there's two votes. I can't vote for myself. But if I had to vote, I would say probably of the four of us, the best traitor. I think Christy could pull it off. I think
Mhm,
Christy could be a
mhm.
good traitor.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
first of all, you don't have a reputation of accidentally making friends with murderers, so that's a great start.
Not saying I wouldn't if the opportunity came.
Not
about,
not
though.
once, but twice.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
great start, Christy.
Well, maybe. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I just figured like Brian's got like something on top of us that he could like hide half his face and no one would know. Like, and that's helpful, you know.
That's true. Hiding away.
I don't know. I might have to cut my
Like
hair because
Wilson?
Mark of the beautiful hair was killed. So, I might have to
Yeah.
cut my hair to not be so intimidating.
Okay, so he
You get it
has
pretty far.
like the underneath part shaved, right, or like
Yeah,
cut short
yeah, the
underneath.
side.
And he
I'm not
and
doing
he-
that.
And he gets he gets a really
It's like
good
a mullet.
knot.
It's like a
He
really
gets a
long,
really good
curly
knot
mullet.
there, like a braided kind of situation.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
you know.
because Mark is one of the few men that can wear his long hair sassy,
yeah,
and it looks masculine on him.
yeah.
You know? It's
He can do like
Not
a
everyone
top
can do that.
knot mixed with like a Viking
Yeah,
warrior braid situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas my long hair is Almond Brothers live at the Fillmore East, 1971.
Sweet brother.
And now, in memory of Elizabeth Reed, let's go.
Well,
Well, guys, this might be our last night of coverage for this version of the Traitors.
yeah.
But you can find us here and on the Jay and Jack's Whole Enchilada feed if you enjoy podcast format. Also, we would like to thank the Patreons who contribute at a certain level, and they are Eckhart Rickner, Joanne with the Plant, and Ed the Poopy Head Mailman. And if you want to become a patron, then you can get all the extras from Tally the Votes, Traitors and AU Survivor, US Survivor with JJC, the broadcast, the Ramblecast, and more. Then you should head over to patreon.com/JandJack. All of my lovelies. I hate to end the fun. I love Trader season. I'm sad it's done.
We got to discuss just one more thing real quick.
Of course we do. Where were you 3 minutes ago when I said, is there anything else you would like to discuss?
I was pondering Brian's
Listen,
hair and whether or
it's
not
been
he could get away with the underneath
It's
shave.
been more than 30 minutes, so I'll give it this to him. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Well,
David.
It's just what we have to touch on is, does the game fail if a faithful never wins? In other words, at some point, who wants to watch this is how the traitor wins again this year?
Well, I guess it depends on
it
skill,
seems like
right?
it's too.
We had Faithfuls win, didn't we? Like 2 seasons ago, the people that were from Road Rules and the challenge, and
Oh,
they
yes,
were
they split
Faithfuls.
it.
The game is stacked for the Traitors,
That's
and
what I'm
it's
saying.
and the story is told from the point of view of the Traitors. They're going to have to do some competitive balancing of the game.
I want a season where we don't know who the
That would be
I-
awesome.
I think that
Well, we're
I think the
getting that.
secret traitor unlocked that. They just picked a person for all the reasons we discussed in that podcast of why they picked her.
Sure.
But I do think that if the game doesn't evolve quickly, I do want to give Colton flowers because I thought it was interesting that he discussed his strategy was to try to let it be known he wanted to be recruited. That part of his gameplay was to try to get into the turret.
Right, work
And
his
if
way
you
in
look
there.
at the game from
'Cause
the
that's where you
power
win.
perspective, that's where you win. Yes.
Yeah. But he didn't think about the fact that if you make it known to the traders that you want to be recruited, they're definitely not going to recruit you because then people would vote you out because you're recruited. Now it's hard.
Or also if they're like if you let it be known and there are 3 traders and one of them feels like they're in a weak position, they're going to be spreading your name because they're afraid you'll replace them in the turret.
but
That
this
the
is
others might get rid
also-
of you.
This is also a game where you could just be quieter one day than you were the day before, and that's enough to get rid of you. So when you're doing a game that any little thing could be the thing, just go for it. Put your foot down, go as fast as you need to. Yeah, I mean you're likely to be in just as good odds as you were just playing it carefully, especially with a group like the one we had. You know,
And the lesson of Natalie Anderson is when you're nice, Tara Lipinski still screws you at the round table. So play hard and be yourself. Don't be nice.
yes, just
Yep.
do it.
She was still a little
Okay.
bit salty too, right? She's
little?
such a
A
competitor.
little
A little bit. Well, I really hope
She's always
again,
the sassafras anyway.
really
so,
hope-
like that's why we like her. She says what she wants.
Yeah, no, I like her a lot. I hope that Mark Ballas can do his magic and get Rob to go over there and do Dancing with the Stars because I think those would be
Yes,
fun
please.
dances. And I think he probably have amazing moves and it'd be so much fun to see them on that show together because I'm sure Mark being his element and they'd have a great time.
Oh, it would be.
And
great.
I
I'm
hope
all
if that
for it.
happens, Ron Funches goes with him to Dancing at the Stars, just like Boston Rob did with Dylan.
Yes.
Do with Dylan, yeah.
That'd be
I
cool
mean,
if Ron was
I
there
would
with
love to
him.
see some of these people. You know what? Get Johnny Weir over there in ballroom dance. Let's go, Johnny.
Johnny would be
So-
great.
so
People could go over there.
I think we're in near unanimous agreement from the start of this season. We thought, I don't know if this is going to be good. And it was really good.
we
Like,
worried because we love it so
Because
much.
I think
that's why.
there's something we all agree on. We like different styles of play and different players, and even different eras of different shows. But I think we all appreciate really good gameplay.
Yep.
And there was really good gameplay.
Exactly.
Yep.
And
I mean,
same-
granted, he was blessed with a really dumb group of faithfuls, but still.
yeah, but you want to
he
know
just
what?
had
There-
that superpower, like
most of
kryptonite.
most of the great players in any of these games, I'm not saying all of them, some of them are truly dynamic and stand out on their own, but most great players of any of these games, part of it is because they're smart and they can figure things out a step ahead of time. But it's often the luck. And Rob said it himself. Yep. Some of it was strategy, a lot of it was luck because it depends on the gullibility of the people,
Right.
the loyalty of the
Yeah.
people, their
Yeah.
inner conflict. It's so much the people you're with that has allowed some of these greater players to go, oh, I see where the loose ends are here and start cleaning house.
And so many preconceived notions when you just judging books by covers, right? Or what you know of these people. And this next season, I'm very excited for the normie season to see like how
Same.
people judge each other because
It'll be interesting for us because we won't have a preconceived notion of them either. Like that's what's
Yeah, I
interesting
like
about
that,
it.
yeah.
As you
And
learn
I'm-
about them,
I'm
As you
really
go.
interested to see like the types of people that they get in. Do you know what I mean?
right?
Will they
big
only be Americans? Will there be some
Who's
from
gonna
Well,
be the
maybe?
next big personality? Like this is their
Yeah.
first round, and then like 10 years later, we'll see him in other things. Yeah.
Here's my pitch for the season. If I'm going to be the producer of the Traitors, I want in about 2 seasons, I want there to be a season called Traitors Succession, where only players that made the final fire all come back and they play the game together. Like if you were in the final fire, you were the top 2 or 3, you come back because then you had the element Survivor has. Like, do people go, they won, screw them, we don't care, we want them gone because they won? Do the old animosities of the people that are betrayed at the end, do those linger over?
Oh,
I think it'd be fascinating.
I think Rob would be the first one voted out. They'd be so paranoid if he get that guy out of here.
I would love to see Rob and Suri have a conversation and see who could charm the other one.
Yeah. There's a lot of them that are like that though. You know, those are our favorite players, the ones that really just kind of I mean, there's some Australian Survivor players that would be excellent at it as well. You know, playing Traitors. So
like Dirty Harry.
Like who?
Dirty
Harry.
Sure.
Yeah, he'd be good. He'd be real good. Yeah. Yep.
And of course, King George.
Oh, Jamie, we
King George would be just money on that show.
Jamie, we lost sound.
Yeah, she's probably telling us to shut
I got
up. She's
you.
trying to shut this.
No, I'm just there's a party going on behind me.
She's got to run, guys.
Getting a little
We gotta
wild
wrap it
up
up.
there.
All
Those
right.
spaces
Well,
are
let's-
getting
Okay.
a little crazy.
Yeah,
Well, I've got to walk
pull this
Lala
car
and
over.
start cleaning the grounds for the normies coming to the castle. So
Yeah, just
Those
make sure you
normies
get
are
them
coming in. Make sure,
plenty of salmon,
get the graves. Taken care of.
not
lots of
just
salmon.
hard-boiled eggs. Come on.
And as a final thought, just a reminder that Tally the Votes is going to enter a new realm this spring when we talk about a drama for the first time, and we're super excited about it.
Books
We
and
are.
drama and
And you'll have
drama
to
and
come to
books.
check it out. And it's going to help you check it out if you hit like and subscribe, because then you're going to get the alerts that say, hey,
Yeah.
guess what? There's vampires on the premises. And
I
we need
mean,
to
it's
talk
a
about
little
it."
rock and roll. It's a little love triangle-y and a little murdery, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
we need
Leather.
10 cc's of Hot Rock Star. List that.
It's good. Yeah. If you miss Bowie, if you miss a little Iggy Pop, let's go. It's gonna be good.
You know what? And if the scripted drama isn't your thing and you love these competition reality shows, well, then we are also covering Australia Survivor. We're going to be here Thursday nights doing the coverage of that. That's 3 episodes a week, so it's a lot to talk about. Take your notes. Make sure you give us feedback. Join us in the chat.
so worth it.
Chat. Yeah, there's so much going on in there.
Already.
Yeah, our cast is going to give us good stories this year. It's definitely going to happen. So feel free to join us for that. But as the Trader season is wrapping up, so are the seasons for us. We have to go. It's time. It's time to sleep. So let us put down the gowns and the lapels and
Hang up our cloaks.
in the closet. Thank you, David.
From premature button pressing, apparently.
That's what she said.
fucking cannon tonight, guys. He is wild. He is getting the hell out of this castle. But listen, before you go, David, please go grab your birdcage veil, tuck it nicely into the closet, keep it safe for next season, okay?
Okay.
We'll be back next season to backstab, banish, and murder. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Day, mates. Good day,
He's lost control. He has no idea what he's doing. Oh.